Hi, welcome back to my channel.
So this video today is about Wizard Liz, a manifestation and lifestyle content creator who's very viral, and how she's involved in a cheating scandal with her fiance, and we're just going to get right into it.
But first,
hi, I'm Allicia, i.e. Allicia J, the walking talking baby doll, and hopefully I'm here to give you a good day or a better day. Okay, so while watching this, please comment anything that sticks out to you in this video. Thanks.
Landon is crashing out after the wizard Liz exposed him for cheating on her while she's 4 months pregnant. So he's blasting his Instagram story, but he ended up taking everything down. But he said all he did was have a 5 to 10 minute interaction with a girl on Snapchat, and that changed the course of his entire life. Just because he had a little bit of curiosity and wanted to indulge in something he was thinking about for a while. And I'm hearing that this Snapchat girl is not someone new, someone he had previous history with. So she was on his mind while he was with Liz. So this is someone he was involved with in the past, and that just makes it worse.
It's 5-10 minutes of my life texting somebody that I don't give a fuck about, jeopardizing everything that I have. Like, it's just ridiculous. So yeah, I deserve the hate.
And he's asking for forgiveness because he knows he messed up and he ruined his reputation. But little did Landon know Liz was going to expose him, leak all of this, and walk away. She saw what she needed to see, said no thank you, goodbye. Even though Landon studied her, they had their meet cute at the airport, proposed to her with a $100,000 ring, faked his values for her, baby trapped her, and tried to take her down, the wizard Liz still wins in the end because she's the one who chose to leave him.
I knew I was gonna marry her the second I laid my eyes on her. I was like, holy shit, I've been manifesting the perfect woman, and here she is right in front of me. What's the most annoying thing about her? Honestly, just how much I love her. I love everything about her, and I'm not even just talking about her looks. Obviously, she's gorgeous, but everything on the inside too. This woman has no flaws, and she couldn't be more perfect even if she tried. I told her that I loved her within less than 24 hours of us knowing each other, because when you know, you know. And I just knew instantly. Yeah, on our first date, I did buy her 3,500 roses, and that's not even enough. A woman like her deserves an infinite amount of flowers every single day. Okay, what the hell? This is getting ridiculous. I'm getting so much hate because I cheated on my wife. First of all, guys, I did not make a Snapchat account and reach out to a random girl. I already had a Snapchat account. I logged in and I reached out to a woman from my past, and it was only about 10 minutes of my life. So can you guys just please hop off? I really didn't even do anything wrong.
Partner should add to your life, but it shouldn't be your whole life. Someone said, what would you do if your husband left you or whatever? I mean, I would just continue with my life, you know? I still have my own life. I have my own finances. I don't need to be here.
Landon cheated on the wizard Liz while she was 4 months pregnant. 3 days ago, I watched this video about the relationship between Liz and Landon, and the whole vibe just didn't sit right with me. Specifically, I just felt like there was a lot of love bombing from Landon's side, and when he couldn't answer the question from Liz that I think she received from one of her subscribers for the video about why Landon fell in love with Liz, he couldn't really give an answer. Then he asked her back, why did you fall in love with me? After she answered and asked him again, he was like, well, you know, I fell in love with you within 36 hours of knowing you. It was like this big thing, it was meant to be. And it wasn't a clear answer. And to me, whenever you're doing something big in your life, whatever that is, a project, a marriage, a relationship, it's really important to understand your why, to understand why it is exactly you're doing something. And when you don't have that clarity, when you cannot articulate clearly your why, to me, it's a red flag when you're doing such a big thing as marriage and, you know, having a child together. Now that we know that Liz is 4 months pregnant. And of course, my support goes to Liz. It's a really big strength to be able to stand on your business, especially while pregnant. So I'm really supportive and proud of her.
I will not settle for someone that's cheating on me. You guys Do you understand what cheating is? Do you understand that that man thinks you're not worthy of loyalty? Cheating is a form of abuse. Cheating is a form of disrespect towards you.
This is Wizard Liz. She has over 7 million followers here on TikTok. She makes dating and women's empowerment content, and she's currently in a very public cheating scandal because her husband allegedly cheated on her when she was 4 months pregnant. He was very familiar with her content prior to pursuing her. And I feel like he plotted to get her, to destroy her brand from the inside out. Because why would you approach a woman who speaks like this about knowing your worth, being with men who are emotionally intelligent, who honor you, love you, trust you, who are faithful to you? Why would you pursue a woman like that when you know good and well that's not the man that you are? Some men see a beautiful, successful woman who built an entire empire on her own, and they want to humble her. By making his apology and confession public, he forces her to have to decide publicly if she'll stay with him or not. And if she stays, it makes it look like everything she built her platform on was a lie. I feel like this was intentional. This is why I always talk about sleeping with the enemy, because sometimes your biggest hater is the man that you're with. I'm sure she meant every single thing that she posted about, but we all know that there are men out there who will put on an Oscar-worthy performance just to get what they want from you, and I don't think he's any different. You could vet a man better than the CIA, and he could still slip through the cracks.
Electric chair. I don't care if you're a man, I don't care if you're a woman. If you cheat, electric chair. Because why did I literally just find out that Wizard Liz got cheated on? Like literally days after she announced that she was pregnant? This generation literally makes me so sick to my stomach, because even somebody like her, who literally has her own shit, teaches other women how to be confident, how to be secure, how to set healthy boundaries. At this point, it's so disheartening to hear these things, because it's like, when will it stop? You know, like, when will it stop?
Not that literally anyone asked for my commentary, but I think the Wizard Liz getting cheated on is another example of the past 3 or so weeks. The internet has gone through something really insane in its entitlement to influencers' lives, and while I do think that her sharing this aspect and sharing these details is something that she chose to do because of her platform, what she stands on, and how she's gonna say, you know, I'm not sticking around for a man who cheated on me, when I, you know, quite literally preach for girls to never do that. I still think that everyone should have a certain degree of respect for people's privacy, and she shared what she wanted to share, but now I'm seeing so many videos asking for more details, and people want more tea, and this is not tea. This is literally someone's life. Same with what happened with Emily Kaiser and her losing her son tragically. People are, I think that the influencer space is inundated with so many individuals thinking that just because someone chose this job that they just, you know, should feel the need to share every single detail of their life, and that their followers are entitled to know that, and that is simply not the case. I think that level of entitlement is really dangerous and scary, and I don't know where people get it from. What influencers choose to show you is all you're entitled to get, and I think that that is just something that people just need to accept and move on with it. That's why I've never really gotten involved with the Chapel Roan discourse of it all, you know, the whole narrative where it's, you accepted this job, you chose this job, and this is the job description, this is what it comes with. People wanting to learn more about your life, people wanting pictures with you, people approaching you in public. That is something that is just so dangerous, and it leads into it just sets a precedent for really harmful things happening. And yeah, I just have never agreed with it, and I think that people should learn boundaries, even when boundaries aren't explicitly set. Think about what you would want as a human being and go from there.
Okay, so that's the video. It showed some pretty good topics such as parasocial relationships. I'm gonna throw in insecure men, love bombing, and future faking, cheating, all these topics and such. Make sure you comment, what do you feel about cheating, and do you feel like cheating can be forgiven, or is that just a deal breaker? I 100% believe it's a deal breaker. You can't get me to see no other way about it. The way that I metaphorically look at it is I'd rather stab someone in the back, not at all, instead of keep stabbing them in the back right in front of their face and then hug them and love them. That's how I see cheating. But anyways, in this video, I wanted to bring up the fact that a lot of women are saying, well, like, if Beyonce gets cheated on, if this Wizard Liz gets cheated on and such, then what the fuck is out there and what's the success chances for us? Well, I'm gonna tell you the answer and the solution that's hard to hear. The it's not all men trope. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I don't believe in it. I think we just need to let that go. If it's majority of men, we might as well just say all. I hate to say that it's black and white thinking, and if it's not all men, most men will be tempted at lust at some point in a relationship, and that's just the truth on it. Doesn't matter how loyal you are, doesn't matter how pretty you look, do you smell like cookies and coconut water, it doesn't fucking matter. You're his dream girl, you're not his dream girl. You're gonna be done like dirt at some point in a relationship. That's just how relationships work anyways when you're with someone for a very long time, whether you're a man or a woman, in my humble opinion. And I also wanted to point out 2 things about the guy. To me, he seemed like he was very insecure. He did a lot of love bombing to her when he could not answer questions and stuff, which I'm happy some other girl in the other video caught onto that too. I just didn't like that. When someone is constantly love bombing you, like, oh my god, you're a great person, you're this, you're that, you're amazing, you're awesome, oh my god, I'm gonna bring you 10,000 roses and I'm gonna buy you the prettiest rock and all this stuff like that. They're always texting you. Even in the beginning, initially, they're just always there, almost like clingy and obsessively telling you how great you are. Yes, you are a great person, but you have to know that someone that's doing that, like over complimenting you, it's great that they give you assuring compliments and make sure that you feel like a great person. But if they are doing that to the extent where you feel like your gag reflexes like oh my god, can you chill a little bit, it's to the point where they are trying to finesse you, manipulate you in some way, pull something over your eyes so that they could just kind of skirt through the relationship dynamic and do as they please. And as we see here, I hate to say that this is a baby trap, but it is definitely a baby trap. If I don't say anything of importance to you in this video, the main thing that I want you to take away from this video is, if you are single and child free, don't get swindled. Don't let anyone pull cloth over your eyes and love bomb you and make you think that they're such a great fucking knight in shining armor of a person. If he's too nice, I would argue sometimes you might want to go slow as possible. That's why it's always a good general rule when dating to just go slow as possible. I think he told her he loved her like really soon too. Like, it's best to have in your artillery kit as a woman that you take things slow. You evaluate a person. I like the advice of watching someone go through the seasons before you marry them, perhaps. So watch what happens if they're, stay with them long enough to see what happens if their grandparent passes away. How do they take the grief? How do they take the grief of a pet running away or getting lost? How do they treat waiters, servicers? How do they treat their parents, mom and dad? What are the dynamics that they have lingering within those relationships in their family? You need to know all that information before you get pregnant. All of it. And even when you do that, there is a chance that that man will change. Some would say he's already been messed up in the mind and there's nothing to change, but whether you believe in a switch up or not, it's always going to come up at some point. And you gotta hope that if you have a good man, his switch up might be he might make the wrong investments or go too crazy with football gambling or whatever the hell they call it, fantasy football bullshit, but he comes out of it and he stops after shit gets real and you really work through your stuff. But if it's a deal breaker where this person is cheating on you, lusting on other people, and like, automatically I say leave. And I give all of my grace to wizardliz and being a strong, powerful woman, keeping her brand from the first video that made her go viral, and being that very strong, bold, no, I'm not gonna take no shit type of personality, and being stern on it, standing on it. I love that about her. Always love that about her. Oh yeah, I also wanted to say, I hate to show what he looks like versus what she looks like, because some people believe beauty is subjective, attractiveness is subjective, but if you look at her, she's conventionally attractive, and if you look at him, well, he's just him. And no shade, no shade, but a man like that is always going to try to he's chasing after what he is not. And people are constantly going to be like, oh man, how did you pull her? That happened to me when I was dating someone, and I thought that he was very attractive, but other people, I don't know if it was because of his personality or the way that he dressed or his hygiene. Some people was just like, how did you get that? And it doesn't make sense. But either way, a man like that, he will be jealous of you. You're literally sleeping with the enemy. This love-hate dynamic will spew in the relationship, and he's always going to try to one-up you, sabotage the things that you got going on. He may try to baby trap you to fuck up your entire life, kind of sit you down, sit you back a couple of squares, you know what I'm saying? Or it might just take you completely off the game board where you don't even want to be doing your career and taking opportunities like you used to, because now you have baby. These things, it's really tricky. It's very slick how men will do this, but you know, it's very funny that talk about how women try to baby trap men and really successful men and whatever like that. But I would say for centuries, literally fucking centuries, men have trapped women with babies. Soon as their mind kind of realizes, like a little light bulb moment, like, oh, okay, even if I don't fucking like her, I can give her a baby, make her feel super connected to me, make her feel like I'm invested in this, and if I have nowhere to go, if I cheat, if I mess up, she'll more than likely always take me back and try to amend things and blah, 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 blah. You know, the whole charade. I can always come back and say I want to see my kids and be interactive and end up on her couch. And once I end up on her couch, I end up in her bed, and then I'm back into my plan B is secured. Yes. And so women, we don't really have that option, do we? But you know, we are the gold diggers and the baby trappers of resources. So I just want you ladies to think about that. Of course, I want you to comment, like, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts down below, and I'll catch you on